What if everything you've been told about wealth is wrong? What if the reason most people never become wealthy isn't because they lack intelligence or discipline or opportunity, but because an illusion so convincing that millions of people spend their entire lives working harder every year while getting nowhere financially? They earn more, spend more, stress more, yet somehow feel further away from freedom than when they started. Today, we're going to expose the wealth illusion. We're going to look at exactly what it is, how it keeps people trapped, and what actually builds real financial freedom. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Part 1. The biggest lie about money. Most people believe wealth is about income. They think, if I could just earn more money, all my problems would disappear. More income means more freedom. More income means security. More income means success. So they chase promotions, raise requests, new jobs, overtime, side hustles. And while earning more can certainly help, income is not wealth, not even close. There are doctors earning $300,000 per year who live paycheck to paycheck. There are professional athletes, people who made more money in one season than most people see in a lifetime, who go bankrupt within a few years of retiring. And then there are ordinary people with perfectly average salaries who quietly, patiently build real fortunes over decades. How is that possible? Because income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is what comes in, wealth is what stays. And most people spend their entire working lives increasing one, while completely ignoring the other. Part 2. The trap of looking rich. Human beings are social creatures. We compare ourselves constantly. It's hardwired into our psychology. The nicer car, the bigger house, the luxury watch, the designer clothes, the expensive vacation. The problem isn't that people want these things, the problem is why they want them. Many people are not buying these things because they genuinely love them. They're buying them because of the feeling associated with owning them. Respect, status, validation, the sense that they've made it. But there's a hidden cost that nobody talks about. Every dollar spent trying to look rich is a dollar that can no longer make you rich. Think about that for a moment. The expensive car depreciates the moment you drive it off the lot. The luxury watch doesn't pay you back. The designer clothes don't generate returns. Every dollar going toward appearances is a dollar not going toward assets. The people who appear wealthiest often have less actual wealth than those who appear completely ordinary. Because real wealth is invisible. Nobody sees your investments. Nobody sees your savings compounding over time. Nobody sees the assets growing quietly in the background. They only see what you spend. And that's exactly the problem. Part 3. The hedonic treadmill. Psychologists have a name for something that explains a great deal of human unhappiness. The hedonic treadmill. Here's how it works. You think a new car will make you happy? You buy it. For a few weeks, you feel a genuine rush of excitement. Then it becomes normal. It's just your car. You think a bigger house will make you happy. You move in. A few months later, it's just where you live. The goalpost keeps moving. The salary that once seemed impossible becomes insufficient. The lifestyle you once dreamed of becomes ordinary. And suddenly, you're chasing the next thing, and the next, without ever arriving at satisfaction. Many people mistake this endless pursuit for ambition. But ambition is directional. The hedonic treadmill just spins. You're working hard, spending more, achieving more, and ending up in the same emotional place. Part 4. Freedom is more valuable than money. Ask yourself this question honestly. What do people actually want from money? Not the money itself. Nobody wants paper and metal. They want what money represents. Freedom, choice, security, time. The ability to say no to things you hate. The ability to say yes to things you love. The ability to stop worrying about whether you'll be okay. Most people spend decades accumulating things, while neglecting the very thing they actually wanted all along. Here's a counterintuitive truth. A person earning $60,000 per year with low expenses and no debt may be financially freer than someone earning $250,000 buried under a mortgage, car payments, and a lifestyle they can't actually afford. Because freedom isn't determined by what you earn. It's determined by what you control. Part 5. Consumers versus builders. There are two fundamentally different ways to move through life financially. as a consumer or as a builder. Consumers spend. Builders create. Consumers buy from others. Builders own things. Consumers trade time for money, and when they stop working, the money stops too. Builders create systems that generate value even when they're not actively working. Consumers ask, "What can I buy with what I have?" Builders ask, "What can I build that will keep paying me?" Wealth almost never comes from consumption. It comes from ownership. Ownership of businesses. Ownership of investments. Ownership of skills that compound. Ownership of assets that continue working while you sleep. This single shift in thinking, from consumer to builder, is one of the most important mental transitions in building real financial freedom. Part 6. The invisible power of time. Most people underestimate one thing above everything else. Not intelligence, not connections, not even capital, time. Not because they don't value it, because they don't truly understand its multiplying effect when applied consistently. A small amount invested consistently becomes enormous over decades. A skill practiced daily becomes rare and valuable. A business improved every single week grows into something unrecognizable from where it started. The problem is that in the beginning, nothing appears to be happening. For months, sometimes years. No visible progress, no obvious results, just quiet, invisible accumulation. And most people quit right before the breakthrough. Because compounding is invisible until it isn't. And then suddenly the growth appears explosive. What the world sees as overnight success is almost always years of unseen effort. Part 7. Why most people never escape. The reason most people never build real wealth isn't because they're lazy. Most people work incredibly hard. It's because they're distracted. Distracted by status, by comparison, by the pressure to look successful right now instead of building something real over time. They optimize for today instead of 10 years from now. And by the time they realize the trap, decades have passed. Society rewards appearances immediately, but rewards actual wealth slowly. And humans are not wired for slow rewards. That's the trap. Real wealth is not a luxury car. Real wealth is not expensive clothes or a designer watch or a house that impresses people you barely know. Real wealth is waking up and having options. Real wealth is control over your time. Real wealth is sleep that isn't interrupted by financial anxiety. Real wealth is a future that doesn't depend entirely on one paycheck. Real wealth is freedom. Everything else is performance. At the end of your life, you won't think about the car you drove. You won't remember the phone you owned or the brands you wore. You'll remember how free you were, how much control you had, how many mornings you woke up and chose how to spend your time. The greatest wealth isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in freedom. And the moment you stop spending energy trying to look rich, you finally give yourself a real chance to become rich. Because the wealth illusion keeps people trapped. But understanding it, truly understanding it, can set you free. If this video changed the way you think about money, hit like. It's one of the most meaningful things you can do to help this channel keep growing. And subscribe. Every week I publish one idea about money and mindset that the financial system never taught you. Next week, why your brain is quietly keeping you broke, and the exact mindset shift that changes everything. See you then.